Hello, dear learners of English grammar. Welcome to my Grammar for All channel. I am Koresh Babu, a retired lecturer in English from Hyderabad. In today's video, I am going to give you a clear idea about other kinds of sentences in the English language. I hope that the knowledge of this grammatical aspect will surely help expand your knowledge of English. If you are interested in this topic, please stick around till the end. Now let's get into the video. Kinds of sentences part 2. This video is also meant for all, right? And dear learners of English grammar, from spoken English point of view, sentences can be divided into 5 groups or 5 kinds, because in our everyday life we usually speak all these 5 kinds of sentences, and therefore whoever wants to speak a fluent and thorough English, a beautiful English, must practice all these 5 kinds of sentences, because in our everyday life we speak only these 5 kinds of sentences. Now let us see what those sentences are. Another kind of classification of sentences, what are they? Assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative cum negative sentence. These are the 5 kinds of sentences. If you are thorough in these 5 kinds of sentences, your English will be excellent, right? And fluent also. And here assertive sentence means, in the previous video itself I made it clear. I discussed in detail about the kinds of assertive sentences. Assertive sentences means normal sentences or simple sentences. Normal sentences or simple sentences or assertive sentences. You know very well, they begin with what is that? A subject. They always begin with a subject. Subject can be either a noun or a pronoun. This is very important. The subject can be either a noun or a pronoun. Noun means how, for example, I'll give you one example. Mohan is a doctor. What is the subject of the sentence? Mohan. Mohan is what? Noun. So any sentence that begins with a subject is called an assertive sentence. And here you see one more example. He is a doctor. Okay, Mohan is a doctor. He is a doctor. What is he? He is a pronoun. Okay, so any subject can be either a pronoun or noun or a pronoun, right? So here assertive sentences always begin with a subject. Keep this point in your mind. And assertive sentences are also nothing but normal sentences or simple sentences beginning with a subject, right? Now this is okay. And interrogative sentence is there. Interrogative sentence means, about this also I explained very clearly in my previous video, kinds of sentences part 1. And interrogative sentence means it is nothing but a question. Therefore all interrogative sentences will begin with what is that? A helping verb or a WH word, right? And this also you know very well. And And here I would like to talk to you about the affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences means what? Affirmative sentences are nothing but what is that? The sentences in which you affirm or you state publicly that something is true or correct. If you want to say anything is true or correct, you affirm that. You are affirming. You are affirming that he is a police officer. You are affirming that he is, India is a large country. You are affirming that, yes, there's a, what is it? The Everest is the highest peak in the world. You are affirming. Affirming means you are saying that something is true or what is that? Correct. And that's why these sentences always, you can say, begin with S. They always begin with yes. Yes, I am a lecturer. I am a retired lecturer. Yes, he is a doctor. Yes, she is an actress. Yes, they are bank employees. Like that. Yes, all sentences beginning with S are called affirmative sentences. And negative sentences means what? Negative sentences no negate. Negative sentence means you are negating. Negating means you are saying that something is not true or correct. Negating. You are saying that it is not true. You are saying that it is not correct. So it is a negative sentence. So therefore all negative sentences begin with no and they contain not also in them. No, not. No, he is not a police officer. No, she is not a nurse. No, she is or they are not cricketers. Okay, that these negative sentences begin with no and contain not also. These two things will be there. And here interrogative come negative sentence means negative sentences are put in the interrogative form. That's okay. And now in this way, from spoken English point of view, sentences can be divided into these five kinds. Okay, you must be thorough in all of them, and how you have to practice them, how you have to learn them, I'll tell you in the next video. Now you just see that. Go to the next video. See, she's singing a song. Okay, she is singing a song. You know, this is sentence is beginning with a subject, therefore it is an assertive sentence. AS stands for assertive sentence, right? Any sentence beginning with a subject is an assertive sentence. That's okay. And now you can change it into the interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence, how can you change it? There is only one principle in the English grammar, that you can change a normal sentence into an interrogative sentence or a question just by changing the places of the subject and the helping verb, by inverting the places or the positions of the subject and the helping verb. For example, you have to say, is she? Now, she is singing a song. Is she? You look at this. Here I am giving you. Is she singing a song? She is singing a song. It's an ordinary sentence. Is she singing a song? See, what is the change in the sentence? Just the positions of the subject and the, this is a subject and this is the helping verb. They are inverted. They are changed. Okay, they are inverted. They are changed. So, is she? Is she singing a song? Rising intonation. Is she singing a song? Is she's singing a song. Hey, is she singing a song? Question mark. Because it's a question, interrogative sentence, rising tone. Every question has an rising intonation. Right. Is she singing a song? If you want to say this statement is correct or correct, then you say, what is that? Affirmative sentence. Yes, she's singing a song. Yes, again the normal sentence. Yes, she's singing a song. You are affirming that she's singing a song, right? And next, negative sentence. No, she's not singing a song. I have already told you that in a negative sentence, there will be a no and also not. No, not. No, she's not singing a song. Okay, and here you pay attention. Interrogative come negative sentence. Again, it is an interrogative. Interrogative means you must bring the helping verb to the front position and rewrite this remaining sentence. She not singing a song. So one thing you have to take, to change a sentence into a question, take out the helping verb from the sentence and put it in front of the sentence and rewrite it or re-say that, and that itself becomes a question. Very simple, very simple. So, is she not singing a song? What did you do? You have just to put this is in front of this sentence. Is she not? A remaining sentence is same. Is she? When this is comes to the front position, she not singing a song. Is she not singing a song? Again, rising intonation. And you, if you want to, the more you practice these sentences, she is singing a song. In Hindi, I can say uh, somewhat, I can say carefully, she is singing a song. उन्हें एक गाना गा रहा है. Right. Is she singing a song? उन्हें एक गाना गा रहा है क्या? Yes, she is singing a song. हाँ, she is singing a song. Okay. No, she is not singing a song. No, उन्हें गाना गा रहा नहीं गा रहा है. She is not singing a song means उन्हें गाना नहीं गा रहा है. Right. Is she not singing a song? उन्हें गाना नहीं गा रहा है क्या? उन्हें गाना नहीं गा रहा है क्या? Is she not sing? Isn't she singing a song? So same. It is no shortcut, because is she not in detail. The more you practice, isn't she singing a song? It becomes isn't, because you don't want to say is she not. You don't want to waste your time, because you are a fluent speaker now. After so much of practice, you become like this. Then you say, isn't she singing a song? उन्हें गाना गारा नहीं गा रहा है क्या? So something like that. So please excuse my Hindi. I'm from Hyderabad, and I know a little bit Urdu, and mixing, Hindi, Urdu, I all mixed, and I'm trying to. You see my, can say, my, can say, problem of explaining the things. I'm trying very hard to explain the things to you. Please try to understand that it's enough, right? And here, one more example I would like to take for you. So these are all, and one sentence you can say, turn like this and repeat it with meaning. Your English becomes 100% excellent. You trust me, please. You trust me. For the last for about 38 years, I taught junior college students and degree college students, BA literature students, and so many students preparing for the competitive students. I have observed this practical experience. I am telling you. Take one sentence and turn all of them into these five kinds and practice them with meaning. With meaning. मीनिंग के साथ कहो, आपके इंग्लिश बहुत एक्सेलेंट बन जाएगा, ये मेरा वादा है. ओके, आई एम फ्रॉम हैदराबाद. ओके, राइट. एंड लेट अस टेक one more example here. They have boycotted the classes. हिंदी में बोलना है तो वे classes boycott कर चुका है, something like that. Okay, they have boycotted the classes. Okay, and question करो. How can you turn it into the question? Have they boycotted? Have they boycotted the classes? Oh, classes boycott कर चुका है क्या? If it is true, yes, they have boycotted the classes. हाँ, वो classes boycott कर चुका है. Negative. No, they have not boycotted. Remember, not is used always with a helping verb. It is not used anywhere. They have boycotted not the classes. They not have boycotted, not like that. This not is always immediately beside the helping verb. Remember that. You watch all the examples, you understand all these things. And then, yes, have they not boycotted the classes? Oh, classes boycott nahi kar chuka hai kya? Short form, have not. Haven't they boycotted the classes? What have you done? You have, anyway, anytime, if you want to change any sentence into a question, you take out the helping verb from the sentence and put it in front of the sentence and rewrite it and repeat it, and then it becomes a question. Question is very simple. Making a question is always. So some people, they don't know this kind of, you can say, question making, and that's why say, she is singing a song. They can, for example, this is an assertive sentence. They say, she is singing a song. Question also they say like this: she is singing a song. You are a doctor? No. Are you a doctor? You have to say. Some people do not know. They should say, are you a doctor? But they don't know how to make a question. That's why they say, you are a doctor. You are a student? No. This is bad English. Broken English. But we want spoken English. Do you want broken English or spoken English? You want spoken English. If you want spoken English, learn the things according to the grammatical rules. Okay, your English will become perfect, right? And these are the two examples. Okay, and now let me go to the next examples. And the third example, they sell bangles. Okay, from the bangle sellers, I have taken the example. They sell bangles. Dear learners of English, in this, to change a sentence, an assertive sentence into an interrogative sentence, we need a helping verb. If there is no helping verb, problem will arise. There are only two subtenses in which there are no helping verbs: simple present tense and simple past tense. At the time of teaching you the tenses elaborately, I'll discuss these two things. In the simple present, there are no helping verbs. In the simple past tense, there are no helping verbs. Then how to change them into questions? That's why the grammarians have come to your rescue. What did they do? They asked you, they have asked you to use do, does, did. Do, does, what is that for simple present, and did for past tense. They asked you to borrow these two words as helping verbs from outside. Actually, they are not helping verbs, they are main verbs only, but you are allowed to borrow them as helping verbs to change simple present tense into an interrogative sentence. And for changing simple past into questions in an interrogative sentence, you are allowed to borrow did as a helping verb. So here they sell bangles. The sentence is in the simple present. Okay, there are no helping verbs. Then how can you change it into the interrogative sentence? Now you borrow. You know very well. For I, what is that? We, you, they. You use do. For he, she, it, you use does. This point. For I, we, first person singular plural, second person singular plural, third person plural we use do, and say he, she, it, third person singular we use does. So here it is they. They means third person plural. Therefore, to change it, what should you do? We must borrow do. Now rewrite the sentence. Do they sell bangles? They sell bangles. Now question is, do they sell bangles? Oh, bangles को बेचता. Do they sell bangles? Oh, bangles बेचता है क्या? बेचता क्या? Something like that. So here I will give you the sentence in this way. And remember, for simple present, we have to borrow do, does as helping verbs. For simple past, simple present, do, does. Simple past, did. Okay. And do they sell bangles? Right. And here see, yes, they sell bangles. Next, no, they do not sell. Now, do you understand how do not is formed? Because in the simple present, there are no helping verbs. We borrow do or does as helping verbs, and do for all other persons. For does, he, she, it. For these persons, we use does. For all other persons, we use do. And here it is they. Okay, we are using do. And in the negative sentence, we use not, right? We use not, and therefore here you see that. And before that, we use do not. Because not is always used immediately as beside a helping verb. You cannot say they not sell bangles. No, they do not, because not is not does not keep quiet. It says I want a helping verb in front of me, otherwise I am not going to exist in this sentence. That it says. That's why to keep this not, you have to use a helping verb here. In every negative sentence, there must be a helping verb plus not. Helping verb not. Helping verb not. They are together. Okay. And yes, and now you see that they do not sell bangles. And To make this question into a question, again put this do in front of that. Do they not sell bangles? Or don't they sell bangles? When you bring do and not together, that becomes don't. That becomes don't. Don't they sell bangles? Like that. Now, one more example I would like to give you here. She knits sweaters. Okay, she. Again, this sentence is in the simple present. Simple present. How to? She knits sweaters. उन्हें sweaters knit करता, knitting. Interrogative sentence. Does she? Because this is she, we are using does. They do. I have already told you, for do is used for what? Do for I, we, you, they. Does for what? He, she, it. Keep that in your mind. Okay. Does she knit sweaters? Yes, she knits sweaters. No, she does not. I have already told you, if you want to use not here, there must be a helping verb before that. And in this sentence, what are we taking? Does as a helping verb. So, does not. In the short, you say doesn't, doesn't, do not, don't. Right. And here you pay attention. Interrogative negative. Does she not knit a sweater? Okay. And next, what is that? Doesn't she knit a sweater? Okay. So in this way, I have detailed to you as to how to change the simple present tense sentences in the simple present tense into all these 5 kinds of sentences. Okay. After learning the tenses, if you practice changing each and every sentence, take some examples and turn all of them into interrogative sentence, assertive sentence, affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and interrogative come negative sentence. So like that, if you keep on repeating, your English will become perfect and you speak fluent English. With meaning, you have to practice with meaning. Right, dear learners of English grammar. And now I would like to go to the next slide. So this is at another example. He broke the traffic rules. Dear learners of English grammar, this sentence is in the simple past. And in the simple past tense also, there will be no helping verbs. And as such, you may be in a problem, you may be in a worry as to how to change that sentence into an interrogative sentence. That's why the grammarians have come to your rescue, and they say you have to use did as a helping verb to turn these sentences into interrogative sentence. He broke the traffic rules. Very important, look at me. उन्हें traffic rules को तोड़ दिया है. He broke the traffic rules. उन्हें traffic rules को तोड़ दिया. हो गया वो काम. And now change it into the interrogative sentence. What you have to do is, to change it, we have to use did. Right? Because it is the simple past, there is no helping verb at all. So you have borrowed this did as a helping verb. Did. He did. After that, he broke is the past tense form of the verb. Past tense form. You must bring this past tense form verb into present tense form or base form. From this break only, this form has this form has been derived. Break, broke, broken. So when you use this did here, automatically the past tense form of the verb must be turned into the base form verb or the present tense form of the verb. Please keep this point in your mind. You cannot say, did he broke? No, it's a mistake. Did he broke? No, you cannot say, did he break? You must immediately, this kind of practice you must have. He wrote. Question. Did he write? He wrote. Past. Did he write? उन्हें लिखा. Did he write? उन्हें लिखा क्या? Did he write? They paid the fee. Did they pay? Paid has been turned into pay. Sir, at the time of teaching you tenses, I will teach you all these things in a wonderful way, in an interesting way. You can easily learn all of them thoroughly well. I'm giving you 100% assurance for that. Right. And now, so that is why did he break the traffic rules? Yes, he broke the traffic rules. Negative sentence? No, he did not break. Remember, in a negative sentence, there must be no and at the same time not. Even if there is no, there must be not. If there is not means it is a negative statement. No or not indicates that it is a negative statement. So not always takes a helping verb in front of it. Without a helping verb, it cannot exist. You cannot say he not break. No, he did not break. That's why. And it did not, that become didn't. Did not, did plus not becomes didn't. Don't say didn't. Didn't is bad English. Didn't is correct English or spoken English. So didn't, you have to say. He didn't break, you can say, if you are thorough, if you are fluent. Instead of saying no, he did not break the traffic rules, you can say he didn't break the traffic rules. He didn't. Practice it like that and your English becomes fluent. And here, did he not break the traffic rules? Okay, short form. Didn't he break the traffic rules? Did he not break the traffic rules means उन्हें traffic rules को तोड़ दिया नहीं क्या? Like that. So, dear learners of English, past tense is used like that. And last example here, they picked the apples. They picked the apples. Here you say that, did they pick? I must tell you, in the simple past, did is used for all persons. For I, we, you, he, she, it, for all persons, did is used. But in the simple present, there is some, restriction in using do and does. Does is used for he, she, it, and do is used for all other persons. Okay, and here, but in the simple past, did is used for all persons. Okay, right. Did they pick the apples? Okay, affirmative sentence. Yes, they picked the apples. Negative sentence. No, they did not pick the apples. Interrogative negative. Did they not pick the apples? Practice. Didn't they pick the apples? So, sir, this kind of practice you can have only after learning the tenses. Then you say, oh, very easy. You can speak very good English after learning the tenses and after practicing this change of, 5 kinds of sentences, changing the sentences into 5 kinds, then automatically in different sentences, he broke the trouble with meaning. Change every sentence into these 5 and automatically you understand, oh, it's an assertive sentence, it's an affirmative sentence, it's a negative sentence, it's an interrogative negative sentence, something like. So you will be you will have some kind of awareness about all these kinds of sentences. Right, dear learners of English grammar, let us go to the next kind of sentences. Dear learners of English grammar, there is yet another kind of sentences in the English language. What is that? Simple sentence, okay, compound sentence, complex sentences. Another kind of sentences, okay, according to which sentences can be divided into three groups: simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences. These are the three kinds of sentences. Of course, in my first video I have taught you very clearly about basic kinds of sentences: assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamative sentence. Okay, and in this video so far I have taught you about five kinds of sentences. What is that? Assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, what is that? Affirmative sentence, negative sentence, interrogative come negative sentence. Five kinds of sentence. In addition to all of them, there are three more other kinds of sentences: simple sentences, compound sentences, and complex sentences. Then what are the simple sentences? Yes, what are they? What are these simple? What are the simple sentences? Means, I can simply say, what is that? Okay, yes, all sentences. Okay, all sentences. I had better say all normal sentences. Simple, normal, assertive sentences that do not contain either coordinating conjunctions or subordinating conjunctions, okay, are called simple sentences. Now, simple sentences means what? Sentences, all normal and simple sentences or assertive sentences are simple sentences, but one condition is there: they must not contain either coordinating conjunctions or subordinating conjunctions. That means the sentences that do not have subordinating conjunctions or coordinating conjunctions are called simple sentences, normal sentences, assertive sentences, and so on. So they are called simple sentences. Here we are talking in the name of a simple sentence. That's why they are called simple sentences, right? And here you see that Akash is an expert. All simple sentences will begin with a subject. All simple sentences will begin with a subject, and they don't contain either a coordinating conjunction or a subordinating conjunction. I'm going to talk to you about the coordinating conjunctions and the subordinating conjunctions also. And Lakshmi is a poor girl. Mahesh was a constable. I am a retired lecturer. They are bank employees. We love India. So these are all, what is that? Simple sentences, and all these sentences are beginning with what is that? A subject, and they do not have either coordinating conjunctions or subordinating conjunctions. Now I'm going to talk to you about the compound sentences. Okay. They are getting dried up. The pens are getting compound sentences. What are the compound sentences? Very simple, sir. All sentences that contain coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions, all sentences that contain coordinating conjunctions are called compound sentences. And I must tell you one important thing: conjunctions are of two kinds: coordinating conjunctions, subordinating conjunctions. Okay, at the time of teaching about conjunctions and a simple compound complex sentence, about these things, I'll teach you elaborately how to change a simple sentence into a complex into a compound sentence, something like that, interchange of sentences. In that chapter I'm going to deal with all of them very elaborately, but until then you understand these things now here, in this context. Coordinating conjunctions. What are the coordinating conjunctions? Okay, compound sentence means what? All sentences that contain coordinating conjunctions. What are the coordinating conjunctions? Yes, coordinating conjunctions are given here, and as well as both, and not only but also. Okay, and but, at, still, nevertheless, however, whereas. What else is there? Or else, otherwise, either or, neither nor. Anything else? For, so, therefore. These are the coordinating conjunctions. You keep all of them this side in your brain. In your mind, you keep them this side. Okay, these are the coordinating conjunctions. Look at them and learn them by heart. Okay, and here you pay attention. Ravi is rich, yet he is very unhappy. Ravi is rich, yet he is unhappy. Yet, yeah, even then he is unhappy. Yet, okay. Here she ran fast, but she could not catch the bus. But she could not catch the bus. But is a coordinating conjunction. And you look at this sentence. They sold not only mangoes but also apples. In this sentence, not only but also is used. Not only but also is a coordinating conjunction. And then he was very tired, for he worked hard. For means because. Okay, and here you see, you should drive carefully, otherwise you will be fined. Dear learners of English grammar, these are all what is that coordinating conjunctions. Therefore, these sentences are called compound sentences. Okay, and now I'll go to the complex sentences. Okay, here one more example is there. The car capsized, however, no one was hurt. The car capsized. Capsized means it turned upside down, but no one was. However, no one was hurt. However, फिर भी no one was hurt, like that. So we go to the next kind of sentences. Complex sentences are there. What are the complex sentences? Complex sentences means all sentences, okay, that contain subordinating conjunctions. Are you making out? Can you follow them? My handwriting, I wrote and wrote and wrote for about 40 years. Now my hand is somewhat shaking, my handwriting is going to dogs. And all sentences that contain subordinating conjunctions. Subordinating conjunctions. What are the such sentences are called complex sentences. Now you have understood three things. Coordinating conjunctions means sentences containing compound sentences means sentences containing coordinating conjunctions. Complex sentences means sentences containing subordinating conjunctions. And all other sentences that do not contain either coordinating conjunctions or subordinating conjunctions are simple sentences. Very simple, very simple. And here let us learn about the subordinating, as a list of subordinating. What are the subordinating? When, as, while, as soon as, no sooner than, and then that, because, since, if, unless, though, although, and then even though, even if, as though, so that, such that, etc. These are all. See, if you look at these conjunctions and those conjunctions, there is a lot of difference. Keep the coordinating conjunction this side, subordinating conjunction this side, and there is a lot of difference. You can easily differentiate them. So they make complex sentences. Those conjunctions make compound sentences, right? Here I'll give you just a few examples. When I went there, the door was locked, right? And here, as soon as he opened the gate, the dog rushed out to greet him. and you will die if you drink more. He fell asleep while he was driving. He bought the toy because he liked it. Though he worked hard, he could not secure the first rank. Dear learners of English, and all these words that are in green color are subordinating conjunctions, and they make complex sentences, right? Now let us get into the let us take up the last slide. In addition to all these sentences, hello, in addition to all these sentences, what is that? In addition to all these sentences, there are at another kind of sentences, other kind of two kinds of sentences are there. There are other two kinds of sentences. Here you see two other kinds of sentences. In addition to all these kinds of sentences, we have two other kinds of sentences. What are they? Active voice sentences and passive voice sentences. Active voice sentences, passive voice sentences. Very simple. Do you know how the active voice sentences will be? Active voice sentences. For example, I'll give you a popular example to make you understand this. What is that? Columbus discovered America. This is a popular example. Okay? Columbus discovered America. Who is the doer of this action? What is the action here? Discovered. It's a verb, right? Who is the doer of this action? Columbus. This is the subject. The doer of the action is always the subject. I am teaching. For this action of teaching, I am the subject. You are watching and listening. For these two actions, you are the subject. So for the actions we do, we are only the subjects, right? Here, this is the action. For this action, who is the doer of this action? Columbus. So he is the subject. And what did he do? He discovered America. And discovered means finding out the thing that is already existing. Invented means what? Confusion of words. I am also dealing with that chapter, dealing with the confusing words in some other chapter. Invented means what? Finding out that which was not there earlier. Which was not there earlier. Marconi invented it. You can say radio. J.L. Baird invented the TV. Something like that. That was not in before. That was not before. But here discovered means finding out that which was there existing. Here Columbus discovered America. Right? This is the verb, this is the verb. So when the sentence, when the subject is placed in front of the subject, okay, in front of the verb, if the subject is placed before the verb, then that sentence is said to be in the active voice. When the subject is placed in front of the verb, in front of this verb, then that sentence is said to be in the active voice. In that way, we can say all assertive sentences, all normal sentences, or simple sentences are said to be in the active voice. In all these sentences, what happens? The subject is before this verb. Before the verb only the subjects are placed. So, before the subject, before the verb, the subject is placed before the verb. Here you see America was discovered by Columbus. America was discovered by Columbus. What is the action of the sentence? Discovered, verb. Who is the doer of this action? Columbus. This is subject. Where is he placed? After the verb. Here before the verb, here after the verb. In whichever sentence the subject is placed after the verb, that sentence is said to be in the passive voice. In whichever the sentence the subject is placed before the verb, then that sentence is said to be in the active voice. Following me? Any problem? That means in the, what is that? I'll give you a diagram. Verb, subject, verb, object. Okay, this is active voice. Verb, passive voice. Before the verb, after the verb. Subject is before the verb, active voice. After the verb, passive voice. That's enough. Very simple. Right. Anyway, I'll give you some examples, and I'm going to wind it up very sharply after telling you these things. Okay, after teaching you these things, come on. Now I go to the examples. Concept is clear to you now, I think. Active voice sentences, already told you. Yes, in whichever the sentences the subject is placed before the verb, those sentences are said to be in the active voice. Here you pay attention. The Sri Lankans have won the match. Who won the match? This is the verb. Who won the match? The Sri Lanka. This is the subject. Okay. PM Narendra Modi launched 5G services in India on October 1st. Launched is the action of Modi, and here, who is the doer of this action? Launching. Who launched? PM Narendra Modi. This is a subject. Indians celebrate Diwali with great pomp and grandeur. Who celebrate Diwali? Indians. These are the doers of the action. This is the verb and this is the subject. And then the bank employees are staging a dharna. What action are they doing? Staging. Staging means it's a verb. And who are the doers of this action? The bank employees. This is the subject. Birds fly in the sky. High in the sky. Fly. Which fly in the sky? Birds. So this is the verb, this is the subject. And last example, COVID-19 has ravaged the entire world. What has ravaged India, the entire world? COVID-19. So this is the verb and this is the subject. So here in all these examples, subjects are placed before the verb. These are the verbs. Red color words are verbs, and blue color words are subjects. And verbs, subjects are placed before the verb. Therefore, they are said to be in the active voice. In the active voice, always the subjects are placed before the verb. In that way, all simple, normal sentences are assertive sentences are active voice sentences only, right? And now, last one. Passive voice sentences. I have already told you. After the verb, subject is placed. Okay, after the verb, subject is placed. And here, pay attention. The match was won by Australians. Match was won. This is the action of the verb, the action of the sentence. That's what is the verb. Who won the match? Australians. This is a subject, but it is put after the verb. America was discovered by Columbus. Of course, this is a verb and this is subject. Radio was invented by Marconi. Okay, this is the verb, this is the subject. The murder will be investigated by the CID, verb, and this is the subject. The truce between Hamas and Israel is being celebrated by Palestinians. Celebrated is the verb. Okay, and who are celebrating this truce, pact? Palestinians. So this is the subject. Anyway, and oh no. So no, and here in this way, dear learners of English, and here once again I am telling you, in the active voice sentences, the subject is placed before the verb. In the passive voice sentences, the subject is placed after the verb. after the verb. Before the verb, after the verb. Okay. Now I wind up this video. Dear learners of English grammar, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.